Nicely broken. At least now I know how the other one works. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? You f***ing thing. He came out. Well, the other one is f***ing broken. It doesn't feel either way. What is this? How this works? Should probably disconnect the battery, but it's a long way to go to the... Yeah, we'll get there. When we get there. It's gonna be interesting. This whole... There you go. There you go. But sure, it's somewhere. Can pop this disgusting speaker. Oh, there's shit loose here. There you go. Perfect. Oh, you're falling off. Keep together. So the side panels are now removed over here. Pull off the little SRS airbag cover, and there's a 10mm hiding behind there. Right there. And those just the clips. Yeah, these are just clips. Little plastic clips there. But while you're in here, you should probably check your sunroof drain, see if there's any debris in here, get that cleaned out, or try and flush it out if you can and observe the path of flow. These can get clogged. I don't know what else you should check. Probably your seatbelt retractor. If you're having issues, it's going to be hidden behind this panel, so you have a chance to take a look at that. Airbag stuff is above. If you want to take off your trunk light, here's how you do it. Look up, there's this locking plastic thing. If you slide it off, use like a flathead small Phillips right there, pop it off, and then there's a tab in here. Pull it back. You see that now, the movement? That will pull it free from the little notches up there on the roof. And then
pull it.
Those plastic little tabs have to come off. See these little tabs right here? This one?
Yeah.
Pull them in, and then
this one then.
Yeah. Inside, press and hold. Little wiggle. There it goes out. It's got 2 wires behind it. You gotta pry. This comes free, it kind of just clips in as a slider tray, and then you go behind. Tab there, tab there, tab there, and tab there, and kind of just push in the screwdriver and get it to pop up. There we go, and lift away. And then you can leave the light module. It'll slide through the headliner, and then the rest of this comes down. So to not lose any parts, I'm simply just gonna
what did you do?
Set everything together. 1 second, and then we'll set this backwards into there, and now it's a full thing. You can't lose it.
$12.
Yep. I won't press it down because clipping it or getting it unclipped will be a pain.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. You see it kind of like pull the tab and lift up and away.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty simple. And it comes out. Now you can set the 2 edge pieces in. Yep, just like that. They'll sit flush. Yep, back tab, and then do the other side, and then you can put the slider right on top and they won't come out. And the slider will just kind of clip into the place. Is it upside down maybe? Those look like 10mm behind it with a Phillips, similar to these bolts. All those can screw right back in. That's kind of nice. Tens. Wow. Easiest piece so far. See the top clip? It's just slid into here.
Yep, I see that.
The red goes, yeah. I gotta figure out what the deal is with this middle thing. I just need to kind of see and get an idea. So I gotta see what kind of clips are behind here before I attempt to really pry on it. That's why it felt tight, is, I don't know if you can see that on camera right there. There's the really tough clips up front, and then the rear kind of just clips, like slides in. Yeah. So you do have to give it more force than than what you want to. Yeah. Yeah. Jeez.
That's a lot of force.
Oh, they're metal. That's why they don't rattle.
Yeah.
There we go. Kind of need to just kind of wiggle around all the corners with the big one. This. Kind of slide your way around slowly. Oh, it's just sitting on the seal.
I know, but we have 2 more here.
There's 2 more clips? Okay.
Right here.
Yeah. Skinny pry tool and then the big one?
And then the big one. Literally. Skinny.
Little twist.
A little more.
Pro.
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe not so much right there, but there we go. Yes. The front edge seems tough by the glass. Doesn't seem as friendly. Oh, there's a mirror connector. That's
holding it.
Yeah, we have to be a little.
Actually, the mirror.
Oh wait.
What? There's another connector? No way.
This thing, if you pinch it, see that? Little pinch clips, it slides in behind, and then just this one's out. This one is just the, just leave it. That goes up to the windshield. That connector is not even.
Yeah. The connector is not even.
Yeah. You see that? Okay. Oh, the edge of the sunroof.
This is still on, buddy.
Yes.
Oh,
there's already stuff coming down. So this has to come down while this slides back off the edge.
So
that's what it feels like.
Pulled back.
Yeah.
You think?
That's what it feels like. Because this has a lip up at the front, which it rolls over, and then the back has a little edge it could run into, but not hang on. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's gotta be some kind of a clip that's holding it on
the
side.
Little pop edge, yep.
On the right side, yeah.
I'm trying to be careful about it. It already kind of cracked over here. Lean up the headliner. No, don't let it drop like that. Yeah, it kind of rolled on the edges right there. That sucks.
On your side.
Pick it up. It's like bowing.
Pop that side.
This side is popped.
No.
I need to pop right here though.
And from that side needs to pop. Yeah, pull it.
That's a lot of tension.
Yeah, pull it. No.
That doesn't feel okay.
Are we gonna be able to put this back in?
Oh, I know it. It's the hook. That's holding that. Hang on.
Now there's something on the right side. Yeah, right there, and then right side on the front. There's a clip or something.
Lean the headliner back up. Yeah. Okay. All right. Give me a second. Let me make sure I get that over here too. Oh. Oh, it's Velcro. Just really strong. Okay, hang on.
The front there's a connector or something.
Yep, I'm checking.
Is that airbag connector?
It's the motor or harness for the sunroof. So, typical Toyota, press in, pull out.
There's something on the there.
Yep, over on the driver's side pillar.
Yeah. You gotta get out of the car and then unconnect the stuff. No, get out and look up.
It's like glued on. It's like it has to be just pulled
you see
up.
Those connectors?
Yeah, I see them. This whole wire runs to the A pillar and there's no connector on the pillar that I can see. Which is kind of a problem.
Take a look at that GoPro shit here.
Yeah, sunroof was open for a while.
Yeah.
That's can't say I'm surprised. Or this panel comes up, peels up from here, and then there's a whole harness that runs along the headliner, you know, obviously for the rear lights and stuff, but I don't want to peel this up from this glue. I want to see if there's a connector on the flip side over here that maybe could be unplugged and run up this. It does look like it goes into the dash, so maybe this plastic bottom panel will come off and it would be pretty easy to identify with the purple. The big purple gray wire should be a dead giveaway when it runs down. There's the tubes, yeah. You can see these will get clogged up and then it'll just start to leak really aggressively because all the water drains down to the front seal, comes through this channel, and then gets funneled out to to the front. And that drain, I'm not sure where it drains out. But if it gets clogged, I imagine it just starts to drip everywhere, run down this pillar, and then comes out the bottom of the dash somewhere over here and makes a big mess if they're not clean. Well, the plastic front cover. See if we can find a connector. Somebody grounded something to that, wow. It just, the more you look, the more unpleasant things you'll find. Key ring popped out. That's right. We got some cut wires back here and some more taps for this traction control bullshit. All right, well, in the meantime, hardware can go back where it was. Let's just see if we can trace this wrapped up harness all the way back. Looks like it goes down the far side, so we'll have a look.
I mean, if they did this for this thing, what did they have to do? How did they clean this?
Oh, for a Yojo?
Yeah.
They had to pull all this down.
And then what?
No, the question is, you know.
Did they really do it?
So I'll point it out in post, I'll circle it. There's that big block, like wrapped up in tape. I wonder if that is a connector. Though I'm not seeing the magic gray wire with a pink strip on it. So I'm gonna have to search a little harder here. It's gonna be something, but it's coming from the top. So it's running down, I'm not sure into what. As you can see, somebody around with the OBD2 port here, and it's not sitting in its original plastic. So not sure why that is. There's a few odd electrical things going on that need to be sorted, but we gotta figure out where this connector is. Maybe it's up there. I have found it. It's gonna be hard to show you this because I gotta hold the flash and the GoPro at the same time, but I looked through right here and there's this jumble of wires. It's kind of wrapped up a little bit. I'll pull it up a little bit right there. That has the pink wire to it, and then some of it's running forward facing this way, it seems. So what I'm trying to now do is figure out what is going on right here. Looks like, if you see me moving that, that's the blank connector that's not actually plugged in for, I think, some accessories above to the sunroof or to the headliner. So this connector is gonna have to get its way wiggled out. There is some sort of connector here that I'm moving right there in the middle of the screen that I have no idea what that is as well, but looks like it's not plugged into anything, as you can see. So I'm gonna try and just wiggle this whole gray wire out and then trace the rest to the back of this mini fuse panel for the sunroof and then see where that connector is to unplug it. So first connector right here, look straight at the seat controls right down there. That one, that is gonna be your sunroof. You pop it out. It has a plastic grommet. I'll try and point it out in old footage of what it looks like to come off the firewall. It's gonna be a nightmare. Maybe just cut the zip tie on that and just let the wires dangle a little bit instead of being secured somewhere. I think it makes a big difference in my opinion. So, get this guy out. As you can see, we're now fighting a mess of somebody else's electrical bullshit. Get this to come out. Somebody got their speed controller in here. There you go. There's a number, there's a connector. It's a slide, pop in. So these ones just kind of clamp down and you press them in and they lock in. I guess it makes sense, there's so little room to get to any of it that you kind of have to do it that way. So now I'll try and route this out this way and pull it through. I managed to get it disconnected You route it through. This is the connector. I took a picture of my phone and what it gets stuck around. It's like one of those plastic harness clamps. I'll insert it in the video here, but you gotta get yourself a long ass flathead and then have small hands and a small arm and you can do it. Just don't be big. So there you go, that's how you get it out. There's a harness number.
They didn't put
a connector over here.
Somewhere close to the
It's
dash.
a little mind-blowing that
All the way down.
that they didn't do that. I guess they're anticipating, because this one's made in Japan, you won't have to take it apart, but as Prado owners know, your sunroof drains get full, and we can see how
now. The
now.
sunroof drain definitely gets dirty.
I'll actually insert some photos from Europe, from the Prado we were driving, and then what happens to the floor when it gets wet. And that drains somewhere over here.
Kills the carpet, kills the frame, rust, everything.
Anyway, it is possible to wiggle the connectors through here. Yeah, good thing I'm here, otherwise they'd be cut. And it's out.
Car for sale.
Car for sale. But there you go.
This headliner is full of shit.
It's pretty gross.
And then
the slider cover was just vacuumed up, and that was also pretty nasty as well, with leaves and stuff everywhere. It looks like it's new now, but
there's a tab that you have to pull, not from the headliner, from the track.
From the track.
There's two rubber. Hold on, I'll show you. Two rubber tabs. They look like this. They insert from the bottom up.
From the bottom, like into the.
So it's like a rubber stoppers from this to prevent to go slide too far. But you have to pop them out from. You just pull them down.
Okay.
Squish this, and push it from the top and pull them down.
You want to show where they came from on the back of the?
You just kind of pull them in and push them in there. But you have to push it, press them from the top, squish it, and then pull it out. Okay. That's a stopper to remove everything else from the top, because there's a lot of debris on top of that, top of the cover.
Before it even makes it to the headliner.
Oh yeah, that was full of stuff. Now, to get to the track, clean it all up. The sunroof must have been open for a while, because there's just a lot of stuff. Here. And that stuff, as you can see, look, it goes right into the airbags.
It gets everywhere.
It gets everywhere shoved in here.
So
the sunroof is a pain in the ass. So excuse my
language. No.
It's over-engineered, so much stuff, heavy, and it just clogs the top.
So this is what I looked up for 80 series Land Cruisers, because we have one. Why don't people delete them? Well, it's a pain. Nobody makes a drop-in panel, even with a seal, right? Because it's still a seal. To delete the track and all that, you have to weld in a panel, but might be something we consider. We'll see where we go.
All right.
We're gonna have a little peek at what it takes to drop this whole thing. So I think, just from looking at it a little bit earlier, you know, all the brackets here can be undone. Those look like 10 mils. And then simply just drop all the rails down, you know, undo the tubes, obviously the drainage tubes, take care of that. And then we can see what's in the tracks, move things around. It's easier than trying to diagnose it in the car. So I think that is the plan here. So I'm kind of just having a look at what it takes in order to get it out without, you know, getting caught up on something. Looks like this harness here could be a little bit annoying to deal with on the way out. Might have to angle that. The other side doesn't have that, so this side will have to drop down, kind of tilt it at an angle, and then slide our way around this wiring harness here. But everything else looks like it just drops out, so that's good. Good to know. The motor just sits on there. It's got pins. There's probably a pin out online if we needed to actually open and close or try and test it. This is probably the best way to diagnose this, is to just pull the whole system out and have a look. Oh, and I just cut myself on that. Nice. But yeah, not too complicated. I've been told the sunroof assembly, I think online, people are trying to delete it in like an 80 series Land Cruiser, and there was 55 pounds worth of weight. So this is probably a little bit less than that, because it's newer, more refined and whatnot. But yeah, so we'll see. These clips I'm familiar with. have a lot of these on my 22 RE and my 79. There we go. The fronts. Okay. That's the strongest clip actually, is the driver's side one. Interesting. Or the one that was most stuck on. Okay.
Why is that rust?
Because there's usually more moisture up here anyway. These brackets, we'll paint them and put them back in. That's a shorter one. Okay.
Shorter?
Yep, that was a short one. We'll get the brackets, I guess, out of the way on this side as well.
You don't have to remove this one, that just comes down with it.
Yeah, but look at the way it's in the harness of, we have to kind of do a wiggle or pull the tabs, plastic tab, to get more wiggle room out of the harness. So that was also a short one on that side. So the middle bracket seems to always have the short 10 mil.
These balls, no?
Yeah,
It's all connected
those ones
to
are.
this.
Okay, so the motor's just mounted to the base, and then these guys. So hop in and get ready to hold stuff.
It looks like.
So that's a nut, and some nut. Just getting a little feel for what's happening here. It sounds like in the middle it's more tied down somewhere. Maybe this, actually. Okay, I was right.
This one?
Yeah. All right, that's up to you. They have like a, they have a fail safe, like a clip here.
This is worse than I thought.
I was saying it made some not nice sounds when I tried it the first time I got into this car.
Definitely worse than I thought.
Yeah, it's just everywhere. And that tree, especially when it's fall, just drops everything. And a car was right there, so.
But this is tough.
Yeah.
This is not one time let it open. This is over years.
It accumulated.
Sometimes let it, you know, and then just keep pushing it. And this way, I think it wasn't closing anymore.
No, so it just stayed open. That'll clog those tubes real quick.
Well, fuck. The thing is, it wasn't closing because of that.
Retract the glass.
Huh?
Retract the glass somehow.
Pressure wash some of this stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's why it wasn't closing. You can't close.
Well, won't push up. That's all. So there's good news and bad news. The good news is we're grateful that we actually pulled this out. The bad news is
there's some kind of a seal.
The seal for the glass that sits between the paint and the glass, there is rust absolutely everywhere on this tray. So
replacing this tray maybe.
I think I'm gonna look into measuring that and then see if somebody can make a plate and then weld it up if we're gonna paint this vehicle, because then all of this bullshit doesn't have to go back in. And it won't ever leak again. And you won't have a sunroof to deal with. You won't have any electrical stuff to fail up there. Because the deeper we go in here, it's like, that's probably just packing seal that they may have used. A little bit brighter so you guys can actually see
from
the
here.
extent of the rust. Look at that.
Chunk of rust
Very
coming
obvious.
down.
I mean, it's everywhere. It's even worse over here. It's
eating the metal.
thick. That is thick.
The metal is falling apart. That's how we found out.
Yeah.
Start vacuuming things out.
Oh yeah, listen to that crust and watch what's dropping. Just this corner, it's damp over here. It's moist, 100%. So, there you go. Even more reason to figure out a permanent delete here if this is going on. I know people will take new seals, put it in, seal this, close it on the car, and then seal it on the car side, but
how do you replace this metal?
it's gonna be a whole new tray. I mean, I don't know, once we pull it all up and see how the glass comes off of it, then it'll say, but we'll look on a diagram online and we can see how the factory has it assembled. That's pretty nasty and damp for a long time.
But there's a water in this corner.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, we're committed.
Looks like now extra care.
We're committed. We just got extra committed. This window is sealed. There's some kind of plastic pins.
Uh-huh. The window might be glued into the tray.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what it is. It's glued into the tray, and then the rubber seal goes on the outside of it.
The window is glued to the tray.
Much like a windshield is glued to the front of the frame and the A-pillars.
The window is glued to the tray.
Alright, I don't know if you can see that on the screen, but this guy on Reddit, username u/HTHAMIR, posted about his sunroof job and gave us a hint here that there's 2 T25 Torx bolts on each side, and there's a plastic piece that we're trying to remove right now that has 2 clips on it to get it out. Well, you gotta...
I already moved it up and down. And...
Oh, trying to wiggle it out? Doesn't matter, this piece is already shattered.
Yep.
How did you get it so stuck?
It's horrible if we need to, but I really...
Maybe not. There's so much of this that's discontinued.
Well, that's not gonna do anything.
Discontinued.
But I'd rather really pay someone and then...
just get it welded up.
And then weld it into it.
Anyone want to buy a 4th gen sunroof assembly? I know there's some of you on the internet looking.
Well, we're not...
So you can suffer through this.
Before, we would have to get it sealed.
There we go. Look at how much is under there too.
Just dump it in there. God, I just pushed this in.
All these people saying they have rebuilt pretty 4Runners. Have you gone to this extent?
Yeah, people might have. It still requires the removal of this thing.
Yeah, there's just stuff jammed in here.
No,
same on the other side.
It's been open for a long time. Over time and time. Till the roof couldn't close. I mean, we have the exact opening. Here.
No. We have to measure from the roof. That's different. Remember the seal, covers over the gap? So, actually, I'm curious to measure that. Tape measure. Let's have a look. See what we're dealing with. Let's just pick this spot to here roughly. See, it gets skinnier on the way in, so that's, or not millimeter, 52 centimeters right there.
Getting a new tray.
Yeah.
Put the window up.
53.9. So they could weld it, right? You see these, the drop tabs?
Yeah.
They would cut it like pie shaped, roll it up flat with that piece of metal, and then can even, you know, reinforce it a little bit on the inside. Because there's the lip. I mean, this is rolled over nice. This is factory on purpose. But like this tab can be folded up into that new piece. And then all these, this bolting area, you know, the headliner has that big, you can pull it back. Make yourself a little storage area right there if you want. Simple stuff. Or you can put accessories up here.
You can do literally paperwork.
Paperwork. You make a skinny shelf panel, you can reveal whole switches or whatever.